Hey, hello everyone and welcome to Extreme Graphics Tech. My name is Angelo and today I'm going to be talking about this gamepad right here. But before that, full disclosure, I received this gamepad from the company to do a review. But everything I say in this video is my own and they have not paid me or reviewed the video in order for me to upload it, okay? So anything I'm going to say here is my own opinion and all I got was the gamepad for review, okay? So having said that, I have to mention before I start with the gamepad that 5 or 6 years ago in my Spanish channel, a company called EasySMX contacted me to do a review of one of their gamepads. And that time, the gamepad I received was this one, okay? It had some issues, it wasn't perfect, but for the price at the time, I thought it was an okay gamepad. I recommend it, I said it was cheap, it was decent, it was nice, and for $20, honestly, you couldn't go wrong at the time. However, I suppose that video didn't sell many gamepads or anything because I was never contacted again until like a week ago, where the company contacted me to review one of their newest gamepad. I don't even think they remember I already made a video for them. However, they contacted me again and said, we want to send you one of the newest gamepads for you for review. And of course I said yes, because I have a sickness, which is I have more than 50 different gamepads because I don't know, I feel the gamepads are really nice. So what they sent to me was the EasySMX X05, which is this gamepad that you see here. And oh boy, oh my god, I have to say I couldn't believe how much of a difference 5 years can make on a company, because this gamepad is absolutely leagues ahead of the gamepad I tested 5 years ago. And you could say, well, you know, if that gamepad costs 20 and this one is now, I don't know, let's say 60, 50, then of course it has to be much better. But the truth is that this gamepad is only $10 more. And I think that for $10 more, you're receiving a lot more quality than that of the previous gamepad. But it's not just the fact that it's $10 more. It's the fact that if you buy with the link I'm putting on the description and the discount code, you are going to get it for around $26. They do international shipping for free. So I think that's a steal. But why is a steal? Let me talk about the qualities of the gamepad. The first thing is the material of it. Look at this. This gamepad is absolutely gorgeous. It's really well done. I have, you know, it's just a beauty. If you like gamepads, when we compare it especially with the previous one, okay, and you see, it wasn't bad. It was like futuristic and everything, but the materials and everything didn't feel as good. And when you compare it to something like the Xbox gamepad, you know, there is not much of a difference in terms of quality, if you ask me. And this one includes a battery, okay? And also I have the latest of GuliKit, the K3 here, okay, KK3. As you can see, there is also very good, but this one costs $70. And you can say, well, it costs $70, but it has a lot more options. Yeah, that's true, but let's see what this does and what it's good about, okay? To begin with, as I said, it's a beautiful gamepad. The materials are really nice. It's nice to hold in your hands. The buttons feel amazing. The front buttons, these ones really feel good. Like, that has this clicky, switchy thing that really makes you want to press them, and like they are going to last a long time. The two triggers button here, okay? This one feels okay. There is nothing like amazing or worse or bad. It's just okay. But what makes this gamepad really cool is the fact that they use Hall effect joysticks here, so you are never going to have the drift, and it feels so good, and the precision is very good. I've been using it for the last week since I received it, and oh my god, it feels so good, to the point that I may use this as my main gamepad for my secondary system because it feels really nice. And also these ones are also Hall effect, so you're not going to have drift. They are not going to have, you know, and they're going to get used over time, and then they're going to start drifting or not having the same precision. These ones feels very good. The resistance of the joystick is so good, really, it's so precise. This one here, I don't remember the name of these two, but these two here, they feel a little bit soft. I would want them to be a little bit harder, but that's a preference, because many people want them as soft as possible if you're playing like first-person shooter game or something. So having too much of a of resistance can create problems for some of them. So that's okay. It depends on the people. Because I don't play too much FPS, I would wanted them to be a little bit more harder to press, but they are okay. They feel okay. They return fast and good. Look, you can see here, no problem. You don't need to press them very hard. Okay. Also, if you have paid attention, you saw that there is a button on the back. And this button is because it will allow you to connect it to your computer using Bluetooth or to the Nintendo Switch. So you have to change the switch depending on how you want to use it. So you can use it via Bluetooth to your phone, to a computer, or to a Nintendo Switch, or you can also use the receiver that comes in the box, which is this one here, that is a 2.4 USB receiver that you plug in, so you connect it, and you're not going to have any sort of lag or any other issues. However, I have to say, I tested in all methods, Switch, Bluetooth, 2.4, and I never had any issues with lag or anything like that. It feels super responsive. I play emulators, the latest Contra Galuga game and everything, just to try and test everything, and it always felt responsive. But that's not where things end, because this gamepad has other secrets under the hood, and this is one I love. Look at that. You may think I'm, some people don't like it, but I just love the way RGB looks under the joysticks. They look so good, okay? And when you move it, well, it changes depending, on the area you are, and it looks okay. You can turn it off. You have this button here that I was talking, which is the mode button, that allows you to change certain characteristics of the gamepad. For example, you can activate turbo buttons for any of the buttons. Okay, so you can press this and then assign a turbo button to any of the main buttons. Also, if you press this, you can change the colors or the method of the LED, or even turn it off completely if you want your battery to last a little bit longer. I have to say that the battery lasts, to me, it has lasted around a day of use. 12 hours, 24 hours between that. I haven't tested exhaustively because I play my sessions, but I think it will give you between 12 and 18 hours of continuous play. Also, this button allows you to change the rumble, okay? That is going to allow you to change the rumble intensity. So those are functions that are included with this gamepad, which also allows you, if you connect it, to play through the USB cable. Okay, that is included also in the box, so you don't need to buy one, but I bet all of you have many of these cables. So anyway, as you can see, I am very impressed with the quality of this gamepad. But you say, oh well, you are trying to sell it. Well, let me tell you, I don't care about selling you the gamepad, because I'm not going to get any money for each one sold or anything like that, or I have a contract with the company to receive more gamepads. And I'm giving you my whole and complete honest opinion about the gamepad, because this, having had so many gamepads over time, you see, PlayStation, Xbox, Wii, Switch, Nintendo, having growing up, thinking about having a gamepad of this quality for $26 is, I am speechless. I couldn't believe that this is possible. I don't know, there may be many other gamepads out there that cost the same or are as good as this one, but I have always had the opinion that either you spend $70 for a gamepad or all you get is trash. And that's not the case. I am just so surprised at how good of a gamepad you can get for just $26. It's just amazing. However, I want to give you full honesty here, and there's one thing that I'm not 100% happy about it, and that is the D-pad. Okay, but I don't think the D-pad is necessarily bad, but it's not made for me. So when I took the gamepad out of the box the first time and I started pressing the button and having the feeling, everything was great. But the moment I touched the gamepad, it felt a little bit mushy, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a problem because every time I press a direction, because it feels like you can press everything, you see, then it's going to happen that I will have diagonal accidental press. Okay, I can assure you that's not the case. Okay, it's actually the other way around. And what I mean with that is that you see it's very flat. Okay, so it's very short in travel distance to press it, but at the same time the press is a little bit hard. So it's kind of tiresome when you're playing something and you need to do diagonals or keep always pressing on a direction, because the resistance is a little bit high, and then when you want to move to to do a diagonal or to another direction, it feels a little bit hard to press because you have to really like move the finger, the thumb, in order to be able to press it. I haven't found that it's a problem playing. It's just a thing that it's missing that little bit to be perfect in terms of resistance and pressing the button. But believe me, you're not going to have any issues with in terms of pressing it or having error diagonal presses or anything like that. It behaves right. It's just that I feel it should have longer travel distance in order to avoid this kind of mushiness or tiresome pressing button. But it may vary, or it may become a little bit loose over time while I'm using it, and of course each person is going to have a different opinion. But that's the only part of this gamepad that I wouldn't say I dislike, but it's my only criticism. It's a little bit of that. For the rest, I have to say I will 100% put my name on this gamepad, that anyone that buys is not going to regret it for that price. Remember, I want to be clear here, okay? You may say that you prefer the Xbox gamepad, and that's fair. You prefer a PlayStation 5 gamepad that has a lot more functionality, but they cost twice or more as this gamepad. So considering the price, this gamepad for me is a steal. I really wasn't expecting something of this level of quality, and I was really surprised. So I would just say, honestly to God, that I don't think anyone buying this for the price they're going to pay are going to regret their purchase. I honestly don't think that's gonna happen. And if you happen to buy this gamepad after watching my video, please be 100% honest and leave me your opinion in the comments, because I would love to know if I just praise it or you know more about gamepad and you say, well, I could have bought one for $15 that was much better than this, because I don't think there is a $26-30 gamepad that honestly is as good as this one. I am absolutely in love with this. Oh, and one thing I haven't mentioned is if you buy this for the Switch, the only thing that this gamepad is missing is the 6-axis, so you won't have a gyroscope in it. So you won't have gyroscope, so you can move it, you can play Switch, but it doesn't have that functionality. So that's important to know for anyone thinking about replacing their Switch gamepad. But if you're using it because you want a different gamepad, or you want to have a second gamepad for like Mario Kart or anything, this is absolutely a steal. And I really love the fact that there is so many ways to connect it and use it, and the quality of it is just great. So I hope you like this video. As I said, all my opinions are my own, and I wasn't being paid to write anything positive or negative about it, just to give you my honest opinion. And being someone that's been using gamepads for so long, I honestly believe this SMX X05 is one of the best gamepads for the price that I have in a very long time. Absolutely 100% recommend.